Hey guys, happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. This week in the news, Gillette had released a new advert for their blade or whatever it is, their shaving stick. And there's been a lot of controversy around the advert, so I thought I'd watch the video and then let you guys know what I think about the whole controversy and the video in general. So I'm going to watch the video now and then I'll get into it. Okay, so the background to this video is that there was a lot of controversy on Twitter and people were annoyed because they felt that the advert had attacked Gillette's target market, which I understand. But if you watch the video, basically the video just goes through and tries to target toxic masculinity and put a lens on things that men get away with doing that people feel or generally should not be allowed. So being overly aggressive and getting into fights with people for no reason, sexual harassment towards women, so like pinching women's bums, like catcalling, wolf whistling, bullying, gender stereotyping, those kind of general things that guys seem to think they can just act however they want and then get away with it without any consequences. So this advert basically tried to say, which I think Gillette's tagline is the best a man can get. So they were trying to say, are these things, these behaviours, such as sexual harassment or whatever, the best a man can be? The answer is no, we need to try and step away from that. And the message was generally that guys should intervene when they see other men doing things that are wrong and men need to be held accountable. There's a quote in there from Terry Crews where he's basically saying that men need to hold other men accountable. So if you see a male friend acting in a way that's inappropriate towards another woman, you need to step in and say something. It's not just on someone else to do it, the onus is on all of us, which I think is a great message. I think it's very forward thinking for Gillette, I think, in this political climate, to get involved in the kind of Me Too conversation and actually spin its branding that is targeted at men and actually switch the lens on how men treat women, which I think is very different. My issue with this whole thing is that people on Twitter, and I'll read you some of the tweets now. Here's one of the tweets I saw. I have been shaving since I was 12. Since the beginning I used Gillette because that's what my father used. Now I will never use it again. Neither will my father. Collectively been your customers for 50 plus years, never again. Now for me, this is quite funny, just because I think this is the kind of standard reaction of people who know they're in the wrong. So like, feeling targeted. If you're not one of the people that is committing these offences, then you shouldn't feel deeply offended. It's the same kind of thing where we call someone a racist, whatever, they suddenly get really offensive. If you know you're not a racist, then it shouldn't affect you. So I think these people that are tweeting in outrage, realistically, what is your problem? I don't understand what issue you have. Gillette has said that men should treat women better and men should hold other men accountable. The only reason you're going to have that reaction and feel personally targeted is if you are one of the people that has committed the act in the advert and you feel personally attacked because you behave in that way, which then I just think shows you're just an idiot. This response of people is typical where they feel attacked, but rather than coming out and saying, actually I feel attacked because a lot of the things in this video call out habits that I have that maybe I need to work on, they just turn around and attack the brand and say the brand is a crap brand because they're alienating their customers. But I mean, this is what's always going to happen with these kind of topics. People are going to get alienated and feel attacked, but it doesn't mean the conversation shouldn't happen. I think Gillette getting involved in that spectrum and actually raising the topic is really useful. It makes me laugh that this tweet actually said Gillette does not want the business of masculine men, which again, this tweet is just ironic because it highlights toxic masculinity, masculine men. So the only people that behave in these ways that we now know as incorrect and inappropriate are masculine men. So basically real men should be allowed to be aggressive and be sexually harassing towards other women and be disrespectful and be bullies, because that's what it means to be a man. And that is the whole topic I think Gillette is trying to challenge, the idea of being a man and having to be physical and be a brute and be like purely sexual, because that is just stupid. Like, you as a man, you can still control your emotions and control your hormones, and you have a brain, you can think. So like, saying I'm just a masculine man is the whole toxic masculinity problem that people don't really seem to get. Like, you don't have to be an idiot to be a man. You can. There are different types of men. There are masculine men. There are feminine men. It doesn't necessarily fit into one kind of group. The video, I mean, when this article I'm looking at was posted, had 23,000 likes and 214,000 dislikes. So the video seems to really be hitting a lot of people in the wrong way and rubbing people up in the wrong way. And I mean, I watched it and I don't take any offence at all to the video. I actually really liked it, and I think it's a good message because at the end they actually said that, you know, the boys that are watching their parents and them and the men around us, how they act now and how they intervene and stop their friends from being inappropriate, the kids that see that will be the men of the future. So it makes sense that we as adults, set examples for those who come after us. But a lot of people have disliked, and there are comments and tweets saying whatever. And like I said before, this needed to happen, I think. And I think a lot of brands will probably, I hope so, will start taking this kind of tone and start actually raising topics and adverts where they don't actually need to, because their market doesn't really care about that stuff. But putting uncomfortable topics into uncomfortable places is how you generate change. And I think Gillette, at this point, have a lot more respect for me than they did before. Not that I ever really thought about it, but now I'm actually like, I'd be inclined to buy a raise from them, because they seem to be opening conversations that are important. And to the guys in the comments who are offended, just fix up and stop being stupid. Like, there's nothing wrong with what they said in the video. You shouldn't be harassing women. You shouldn't be being overly physical and getting into fights for no reason. You shouldn't be bullying people. You shouldn't be segregating people. You shouldn't be stereotyping other men for not being masculine men. So if you take personal offence, and if you're watching this and you then watch the video and take offence, then you probably are the person that this video is targeted at, and the kind of person that needs to actually have their thoughts and their approach to life kind of re-evaluated in light of this video. So definitely take some time and think about how you think you have to behave to be a man, because you're probably one of the people causing the biggest issues. But for me, I think it's a great thing that's been done by Gillette. I really like the advert, and I hope that more brands start making adverts like these. And I'm going to try as well on my channel to have more conversations about things like toxic masculinity and generally more controversial topics, as opposed to just talking about my day and other stuff that are also interesting. I want to try and make my channel varied as much as possible and actually have conversations that I think are important. So thanks a lot for watching this video, guys. A bit more serious than usual. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any opinions or comments about Gillette in general, or just toxic masculinity as well, comment below. Please like, share, subscribe, all the usual. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.